Hi, I'm Justin Burna, the new head coach here at Avila University. Give you a little background on myself. I grew up in California, went to Yosemite High School, ended up playing at West Hills Community College, which is very popular out there, just like here, the Kansas JUCOs. Played there 2 years, ended up going out to Lindenwood University in St. Charles, playing there 2 years, and had a great experience. Ended up getting a job out of it. Coached there for 3 seasons in the heart of America, so against Avila. Moved on from there, went to McMurray College in Illinois, and coached there 2 seasons. We broke a bunch of school records, did really well. When I was the offensive coordinator, came here as the offensive coordinator, hoping one day to get promoted. I was hoping maybe next year. That was my hope, but it kind of happened a little earlier. But that's kind of a little background on me and kind of how I ended up here at Avila.
What you were playing?
I played tight end when I played in college and in high school as well.
Okay, cool.
Known that there would be a possibility of a coaching change, because when Porter resigned, it was kind of like out of nowhere, so we didn't know if everybody knew about it was going to happen, or did you have any idea that a head coaching position could be open?
I thought it might be in the future, in the near future, not this quickly, like I said before. I was thinking maybe Kevin might move on later down the line, maybe a year, 2 years, something like that. Did I think it'd be this fast? No. Was I prepared for it? Yes. The whole time I was preparing myself for it every day, making sure that if they called me in for an interview, I wasn't going to be, thrown for a loop and be out of the consideration for it. I wanted to make sure that I had control of my own destiny. Because if they'd have brought in somebody else that was an offensive guy, now I'm kind of I have to look for a job now.
Gotcha. A huge factor in you accepting the job here, or why did you accept the job here, basically?
Well, I think it's a huge opportunity, especially with the program being so young, only being around 10 years, and then also now with all the stuff going on, new stadium, new weight room, all those kind of things. That's kind of been always the downfall of Avila. Even when I recruited against Avila when I was at Lindenwood, and that was kind of the thing, hey, they don't have a field, can you use that against them? And now they don't really have that. And especially being the only school in the metro, of Kansas City, I really think that you can get the right guys, you get the right staff here, you get a young, energetic group of guys that really want to do well, and I really think you can do good here, just like kind of what Coach Ross did at Lindenwood. He took over a team that was 1-10 in 2003, and then he took it over in 2004, they went 11-1. I got to be part of that. It was an awesome experience, and it was so funny to see the difference in the guys, through that change and then through how successful they are now.
Awesome. Kids leaving, transferring. Have there been a lot of kids that have either said they were leaving or have already left, and how are you dealing with that?
There's only been a couple, really. I would say more between 2 and 4 that were seriously thinking about leaving, and that was guys from the South, and they were just worried about me pulling their scholarships and things like that. And I don't think it's going to be very many. I think it'll be guys that are already worried about being far from home, school being an issue, their grades being an issue as well. Parents wanting to come home, those kind of things.
Right.
But I really don't think it's going to be a big issue. I really don't.
Great. Okay. So recruiting is obviously huge. It's the lifeline to a program. So have you guys had any recruits decommit, or has anything happened like that?
No, that's actually another good thing. Right when it happened, I called all of our guys that had signed and talked to them, and I thought that was a good talk with each one of them. A couple of my recruits were excited, of course, because now that they think they're higher on the list.
Yeah.
But, we've had good success with the guys we're recruiting, and it's going to be a good year. I really am excited for next year's recruiting class to really get to some spots that I kind of know of and kind of have some ins and outs with their coaches to kind of help us out next year.
Be with the program next year?
I hope we have I hope we have our 65 guys back. We have 70 right now lifting and running, and I'd like to have 65 back because you're gonna lose a couple, like you said, grades, things like that. I'd like to have 65 back and have another 35 new guys come in, have 100 guys. That's what I'd like to have.
100 guys.
It's enough where you can have a true team and true practices and get through everything, but at the same time it's small enough where it's not too much to have 130, 140 guys. You have 9 guys at one position, and it kind of it hurts your retention. Guys quit and things like that. So that smaller team, I think, helps, especially at a school like Avila.
Okay. So the spring game had that about 10 days ago. I know that Porter resigning in the middle of spring was kind of a setback. So what would be your overall view of how spring went and the spring game? What are your thoughts on that?
I thought the spring game went well. We got to see some stuff. We got good film. I really think it went well. No one got hurt. Number one thing, I wanted to try to start some sort of tradition. I wanted to try to start right when I got the job. I wanted to start something that we could carry on with for a long time in the purple-white game. I really want to keep doing that from here on out, and then and try to keep it tallied. This year, purple wins 10-0, and so on and so forth. And eventually, you'd like to have a true, real football game. And this year, we basically played one half because we didn't want to get anybody hurt and those kind of things. But I thought it was a good start. And I thought I got to see some guys in live action that didn't do as well as we thought, and we got to see some guys do better than we thought they'd do. So it always happens in a game situation, and it was good to see. And I think the spring we've had some good strides, especially in the weight room.
Yep.
I thought the guys have done a great job. I think that we've kind of pushed them harder than they've ever been pushed before. And Coach Johnson, I thought, has done a good job with you guys, and I think that we can keep going with that. I really do think that it's been a successful spring. We just need to bring in the guys around our nucleus to really help for the next year and the future. Because they're going to be young guys too, but we need to bring those 30, 35 guys in to really help us for depth and also immediate help. So.
Right. I know you're going to be still calling the plays, that you're going to be the main guy still with the offense. In years past, the offense has kind of been anemic at best. It's been the Achilles heel of the team. Not last year because both squads were not very good, but normally our defense has been at least in the top, few teams in the league, and our offense has not really done well. So how do you see the growth of our offense? Has it gotten a lot better, or where do you see it in the future?
I think we have gotten a lot better from day one. I wish we could have had a little bit better consistent schedule with the rain and spring. We're practicing here and there everywhere, but I really do think that we're on the right track. I think if we get, like I said, a few more extra guys here and there, I think that'll really help us in recruiting. And I also think that some of our guys coming back are really starting to figure out what it's going to take, and also figuring out the offense in general. This is a lot different than they've ever done before. It's a lot, there's reads involved, and it's a lot more complicated than before. Moving more to a spread type offense compared to what they've usually been done in the past, which was basically been told what to do. And this is.
Coach, during the spring has the offense improved? Because in years past, it's kind of been our Achilles heel. I wouldn't say it held the team back, but it hasn't been our strongest suit. So have you seen growth of the offense and now and for the future, or tell me your thoughts on the offense, basically?
Well, I definitely think that we got better in practice. I really think that we're going to really improve in the future as well, especially with the guys we're bringing in. I think that with our personnel, I think the offense fits what we have here at Avila. We don't have to, try to force the guys to play something that they shouldn't be playing. I think that's what we've kind of gotten to a habit of in the past, was you had guys playing out of position. And I think that's one thing that we've got now, is we're versatile enough that if a guy can do something well, we can find a way to get him out there and do it. But yeah, I plan on calling the plays still. Hopefully I have someone on offense. I'm looking to hire somebody on offense as an assistant to help me out, so when I am in the official's ear or dealing with somebody that threw their helmet down and those kind of things, that we can just keep going and he can take it over as I'm doing that, and then I get back into it as when I'm done with whatever else I'm doing on the sideline. So.
Gotcha. What are we expecting to see on the field?
We'll have 3 speeds. We'll have huddle. We'll huddle. We also have our normal offense. We'll snap the ball with around 17 to 18 seconds left on the play clock, and then we'll have our hurry up, which we'll snap it with as fast as we can. Like you see the Oregons and Auburns and those kind of teams do. But 3 speeds. If you're up on somebody, you don't always want to do that. You don't want to just snap it with that 17, 18 seconds left. You want to huddle and slow the game down. The clock's our enemy now, so we want to be able to be versatile and do those things and motion people in. And we're going to be very versatile on offense as well. We'll go under center. We'll do some different things. We'll use tight ends and we'll do it all. Come this fall, this spring, we kind of stay with our very base offense and try to make sure we're good at the few things that we needed to be good at, I guess you could say. So.
The aforementioned plan on when we're supposed to break ground for the new stadium. What exactly are the details of that? Are we going to be turfing out a new field by the soccer field, or what's the game plan with that? Because it's kind of been mixed reviews and we haven't really got a straight answer.
Actually, it has been passed.
Okay.
From the school and everything, they're just waiting for a signature from the city. or I believe just the city of Kansas City to get it going. Permit is all they're waiting for. Everything else has been done. They've signed the contract and all that stuff, but it's just that one signature from the city, just like they were waiting on for the entrance and the door and the weight room as well, and that's been passed now. So they're waiting on it any second. I believe that they're very close to getting it signed. It's supposed to start in the first week of May. May 1 is still the start date, and they'll start taking out the field. It'll be a whole turf facility where baseball, softball, and football will use together, and soccer. So it'll be a huge turf facility, and then they'll have stands and all that stuff done as well.
You even said at that meeting with all the guys.
Yep.
So what's your future outlook, and what are your goals short term and long term?
Short term, I just want to improve. Last year, 2-8. That's something I don't want to have happen again. I don't think we can't win 1 or 2 games next year because we're going backwards. We need to win 4, 5, 6 games. I really think if we can do that, that'd be a good step. Now, like anyone else in the country, at spring ball we're 0-0. Anything can happen. I'd love us to get on a roll at the beginning of the next year and go from there and go to win the national championship. But realistically, I just want to improve offensively, defensively, overall, all those things, GPA-wise, everything you can think of, just to improve from last year, and then hopefully just keep it going as we go through the years, and eventually get to that point where you are the top dog and trying to fend off everybody else. So.
Gotcha. Do you have anything? Do you have anything else?
Is there anything else you would just like to let the student know?
All right, thanks guys for coming in. It's been fun. Hopefully I'll see all the students out next year, September 17th against Missouri Valley here, the first ever football game on campus at Avila University. So hopefully see you guys there, and hopefully we're 2-0 at the time.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.